I used the community, although I used the community before, but today I'm going back to this group because I really want to serve the vision of Rashid and inshallah for everyone to support as well. So expertise and method. The third thing is, guys, I need to explain to you something very important. What we do is good, but a digital presence today in communication, in branding is very, very, very important. So it is important to start thinking digital presence, and that's why actually not only I'm a brand consultant today, but I'm a brand editor where I help companies tell their stories online because if the brand content is online today. So my last message for today, in terms of the campaigns, it's important. I'm just going to share some campaigns I'm proud of. I've done it like more than 10 years. This is in real estate. I managed the largest investment in Morocco. It was $2.5 million investments. I mean, marketing investment. And I managed the brand for like 3 years. Qatari TR, so in real estate. So you have to sell not the product. If you see there is no product here, but we are selling the brand as the real estate. So it's like the going away as a service, as a feeling, not as somewhere where you
are
can
selling
live.
the lifestyle.
Exactly. So if you notice, this is a campaign number one. And then the campaign number two, where we sold the lifestyle in this first one, but then we also sold that we are building for education and to change people's life. So and then this is the campaign I managed, and it was actually a hit in Morocco. Actually, we sold everything just because of this campaign. Personal branding, it is also important. So I'm just going to share what I do as a personal branding, because I don't like to call myself coach, although I help a lot of people, but I don't like to call myself coach. I'm a consultant. I've been doing consultancy for the 20 years and I'm proud of it. Personal branding is, for example, when I was in Turkey, I interviewed entrepreneurs and I used this vision to actually to sell my image. So for example, I'm sure you know, Neolocal is the fine dining, the best fine dining restaurant in Turkey, in Istanbul. I also interviewed Fit Kafa, which is like one of the best CrossFit community. Boreal is the first fashion consultant so this is part of my image as well. So when I went when Rashid introduced me as a Moroccan developer, business developer, but also in Jordan, because I lived in Jordan for 2 years and I have connections. So now we definitely support everyone here if there is an interest for Jordan. But also
you also interviewed me in that fancy shared office. You remember?
Sure, of course.
Yeah,
It's there.
it was in Balat, right?
Yes. Actually, my campaign started 2 months ago online. And I think Turkey is coming in 2 months. And you will see a lot of pictures of Turkey. And of course, your face, Rashid. So last word for today. Thank you guys first for for listening to my story. I know it's a fast presentation because we only have 15 minutes. But the last word is we have to go as a community, not because we want to sell. We want to believe in brands, not branding. And something I always wanted to change, the philosophy of Turnkey, I believe it so much that I am here today and supporting. But one thing I really want to contribute and add to the philosophy is the mutual benefits with local, contributors. And it's exactly what Rashid told me last meeting we had together, is that if like today I can sell in Nigeria, through Turkey. So Turkey today, it's not only a source of contacts and connection and growth, but really it's a bridge between countries as I see it today. So I think I thank you for for this for listening. And Rashid, if you have any, maybe if the community has any question, I'm here to help.
Yeah, please. Do you have a video to play?
I can play that video, but it's 25 minutes, Rashid. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. I didn't
Okay,
want
you
to.
can
I would
you
have.
can share it. You can share it in the network. I
Sure,
think that is
sure.
that is very informative, and it teaches you about the pillars of the marketing.
Sure, definitely,
Uh,
definitely. I tried to reduce it in this presentation to be more relevant. So, but for sure, I will do it. I will do it. Thank you, guys.
So I will take the first floor from that webinar, 9 pillars of branding. People are usually the companies making that mistake. They are starting with the logo and the tagline. But instead, this webinar is recommending to start with a strategy, segmentation. After doing all the infrastructural work, the base, after setting up the base infrastructure, basement, you can decide on the tagline and the logo, the identity, brand identity. But what we see in the market is other way around. They start with identity and then doing the other works. But the webinar recommend the other way. What do you suggest? How a medium-sized company? What are the steps for medium-sized company to take to create a global brand? It takes a long time and a big budget, but where they should start?
Thank you, Rashid. You know, definitely they should start by understanding their reason to market. It is important to answer the question of the why. This, I think I give. I'm going to share the screen again because there is one slide that explain all the work that needs to be done, and this slide is everything. I have to say. So we should start by the understanding the insights and trends of their own markets to understand the competitive like data, having plan development and design thinking of the product. The customer journey is important. So all this is unseen. You know, we talk about it, everybody talks about it, but you have to define it and you have to really control that it's actually
So
what
the
you say.
segmentation is very important to find your target,
Sure,
target audience, and you have to find your niche.
sure. So
You
we
should
call it
find the
positioning.
gap and how your product or service is meeting this need, and
Sure.
the rest is the communication.
So exactly. So the first phase, understand, is positioning. And as you said, we answer all the questions you just mentioned. And then the challenge is explore the brand scenarios where we have the brand expressions. See, if you see this, you have the visual identity as you compared it, you have the brand campaigns development, you have the product life cycle, and you have, of course, the channels. A lot of, brands, they miss they just sometimes they communicate and they just say, let's just communicate everywhere. That's not the goal. The goal is really to focus on the channels. And then comes the last process to put the implementation work is once you do the communication or branding, you have to be ready with a team of, between bracket business developers or salespeople to get the appropriate, clients and answer the appropriate clients because people will call you, people will react to what you do. So yeah, position the brands, uh, you know, create the platform. It's actually PPP, position, platform, potential.
Thank you, Hicham.
Thank you.
Please stop screen share so that I can
Sure.
see raised hands.
Sure.
Anybody ask question? Please raise hand. Walid, go ahead.
Thank you, Hisham. It was very insightful, especially when you are talking about the three phases, the challenges, and understanding the idea. For example, sometimes if you are into different businesses, how you stand yourself or stand your business. For example, I'm into intellectual property rights. The same thing I'm doing real estate. Sometimes I do like business setup. So in which part should I stand out with my
I love,
clients or
yeah.
with my prospects? Because I have lots of things.
I love your question, Waleed. And to answer you, it's a very simple. You have to work on your positioning because at the end of the day, Waleed, you are doing one thing. You're not doing multiple. For example, you are a business developer and finance. So when you are a business developer, you do business development in the three industries, right? So for me, as you position yourself, you can position yourself as a business developer for everyone. However, sometimes we call it the category management science, if you want. So category, we cannot be everywhere. We can only be everywhere if we have a team. But one person without a team, I'm sorry, because I've been in the business 20 years, I can tell you, you can do a lot, but you're not going to make a lot. So that's the story. You have to find your position in the market. And then, especially today, people don't buy your real estate, they buy you first. This is very important to understand with it. I've been in Dubai in 2012, 3 years as well. And I worked with the companies in the Emirates. Actually, my boss was back there. And they had everywhere. They used to do a lot, but they had teams for categories. So we have to find a sweet spot as what you mission. But then at the end of the day, you have to focus on the main bottom line, which is where do you excel? And sometimes we just kind of, for me, I just believe that we cannot be in a lot of industries today because of competition.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hisham. It was very
حبيبي
insightful
حبيبي وليد شكرا كثير شكرا
presentation.
كثير
شكرا جزيلا.
والله
شكرا
شكرا
جزيلا.
حبيبي
If I may, a few words. I think the success is depending on the focus, Walid. You should focus which business is yielding the maximum result. I think you should focus on that. And less competition also. In order to go ahead of the game, you should do something differently. You should provide a special service not anybody else is doing, or you should provide a cheaper price, or you should work on branding that takes a lot of time and investment. Another question. Anybody else has a question? Hicham, you will share your presentation and the YouTube video.
I would love to.
If they have Walid, do you have another question?
Yes, if you allow me.
Sure, yeah.
Hisham, as you know, nowadays there are lots of like platforms. For example, we have an Instagram, we have Facebook, LinkedIn, nowadays, which is like the viral platform, TikTok. So, what do you think, as per your experience, which is the appropriate platform that we can concentrate or just like put our content or put our positioning on that platform? Which one is the best?
So what you are asking is about your presence online, anybody's presence online, turnkey presence online. So for your presence online, you have to define the audience. For example, Instagram is important because you have creative people, you have, for example, in real estate, it's important because it's a visual. So every platform has something very key and very important that you need to consider. LinkedIn, for example, if your clients are you want to connect because you want to grow your business, then LinkedIn is the best. But for me, although LinkedIn is important, I'm still in the brand business. Okay, so the brand business is very visual. Okay, I believe that for you, in the two platforms you need to be, especially in real estate, you have to be in, of course, one real estate, Instagram. Instagram is important because everybody is looking at Instagram. I'm just going to talk about TikTok because TikTok is an audience killer. You can start in TikTok and go around the world, but the TikTok community is very important to start and then to reach a very specific community, which is for the B2C markets. So this is where you have to ask yourself, are you a B2B market? Are you a B2C market? So for me, I consider all platforms, we don't call them platforms, we call them channels. But then a lot of people use the platforms because, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo has like 300 million. That's a platform because you don't need anything else. We just focus on Instagram. But for some people, they need to be in every channel. I have to be like in LinkedIn to be seen, you know. I have to be on LinkedIn, I have to be on Instagram. But at the end of the day, you have to choose your market. And that's why I said, I'm sure, Walid, you are in the right business, but then you have to choose the right market to grow. So the right market is to choose today, especially in the digital world, you have to choose a platform and be big and invest because it's an investment at the end of the day. And for me, for example, I know the tools, it was investment of my time. I invested like, I don't know, like 30, 40,000 for just my image. But at the end of the day, I'm not a company. So it's only one person. But tomorrow for a company, it's worth every penny to have a beautiful presence online.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Hicham. I
Thank you.
really
I
appreciate you.
think you should do one-on-one as soon as possible, Walid.
Yeah, sure. Hicham, you are part of our community, Turnkey,
Sure,
or
sure.
not,
Yeah.
I
or
am.
not
I'm
yet?
back. I'm back and
You are
strong.
back.
I'm back.
Yeah,
Okay,
his contact is there.
okay, great. So we'll have definitely one to one.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You are
Yeah.
currently in Morocco or in other
So
place?
it's a good question. I would like to answer also this since everybody's here. So I'm in Morocco today for like 3-4 months because I'm building a new business in the carpet. I'm focusing also on this business because the family has the largest like manufacturing for carpets. But then for the past 5 years, that's why Rashid tried to explain. I've been in Turkey for 2 years. I've been 1 year, almost 2 years in Jordan, and then 6 months in Korea. So I have developed a beautiful connections for the community. That's why it's hard for me to, you know, to navigate the answer. But one more thing to understand is everywhere I go, I connect with people like you guys. Like Rashid was key. We don't have a lot of Rashids in Turkey. We have trust me, we have probably one doing an amazing job. So I think I found also in Korea as well. Jordan, I do have few because of my Arabic background. So yeah, so I'm in this region, but today I'm in Morocco. I haven't been back here for 5 years, so I'm here enjoying the weather and my family.
All the best, all the best.
Habibi,
We'll be in touch, inshallah. Thank you so
inshallah,
much.
for sure.
Inshallah.
Yeah, we can call Hicham a super connector.
You guys are the super people.
Thank you very much, Hicham, for your informative webinar. Since there is
Thank
no
you.
further question, and it's
Thank
been
you, sir.
almost 2 hours, we have to end the session. See you next week, next Wednesday, with another networking event and with another webinar. Also, we are invited on 20th. We are invited to Aslanda Group showroom in Etiler. Those available in Istanbul, please join. Mr. Murat is going to make an invitation. He's going to post an invitation. Thank you very much. See you next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.